Hi everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel, Hallmark Plus More, where we watch and talk about shows, movies, mysteries, Hallmark ornaments, and anything else that floats our boat. So today I'm going to be doing a review of the new show called High Potential. It's on ABC. It stars Caitlin Olsen as Morgan. She is a single mom of 3. And she has a high IQ. She's very intelligent. Her IQ is 160. So basically what she does is she's consulting with the police department on murder cases. But it's definitely interesting how that comes about. So like I say, she has a high IQ. It seems like that kind of prevents her from holding down a long-term job. They say in the episode she doesn't sleep a lot because she's always thinking. She says she always has to, if she sees something that's not right, she has to fix it, right? Which kind of sometimes gets her into trouble and has her lose her job, which is definitely what starts her working with the police in this case as well. So one of her many jobs is cleaning at night. So she actually cleans the police department at night. So it was very funny to watch her too, because when she's cleaning, she has her headphones on and she's got her music and she's jamming and dancing. And that's what kind of happened. She was dancing on one of the desks at the police department at night all by herself, and she knocks over a box of evidence. So as she's picking up this box of evidence, she sees like something's not right. You know what I mean? She looks at the board. It was a murder case where a man was killed in his house, and the wife disappeared. So they have the wife up there as a suspect. She sees these evidence and photos, and she marks out suspect and actually writes the word victim. So, and that's all she does. She gets the rest of the evidence, puts it in a box, and finishes her cleaning and dancing, and, goes on about her business. So the next day, the detective comes in, and he sees it on the board, and he's furious, obviously. Somebody changed his murder board without telling him. And of course he asks everybody, and nobody admits to doing it. And then he sees the camera, and he's like, all right, I'm going to look at the camera. And whoever changed it is in big trouble for not fessing up. So, of course, they watch this video and they see her, up on the table dancing and, cleaning. And they see her do it. So they go to her door and is like, hey, we want you down at the police station. And basically in the office is the captain, who's a wonderful actress, by the way. Love her. She's been in a lot of different things. And then the detective. And the captain's like, why did you do that? She's like, well, it was wrong, so I fixed it. And the detective's like, and what gives you, the right to change it? Who do you think you are, basically? So the captain is like, fine, if you think we're wrong, tell me why we're wrong. And she literally gives her the evidence. So the detective is like, how can you be giving a citizen evidence? But the captain does it because she wants to know why she changed it. And Morgan just goes through the pictures and says this goes with this, and this is why, and this doesn't make sense, and that's why she's a victim and not the suspect. And everything she says makes complete sense. So the captain and the detective are like, okay, we need to run this down. Like the captain's like, go over what she said and see if it pans out and if she's correct. So she leaves. And what I like about her is she speaks her mind. She's like loudmouth. I mean, I love that, I mean, if you're going to be sassy and have an attitude, but you can back it up with facts, good for her. You know what I mean? So, obviously, they look into what she said and she was correct. So they want her to consult on murder cases. They want her to help figure out the case. And she does, what I love about her is, her random facts. So, I mean, they get footage from the front door, and obviously, this is in the first 20 minutes of the show, and they're like, oh, okay, this person at the front door, it's in the frame of the murder, of when this person was killed, so it has to be that person, you know what I mean? So they go and they interview her, and they release Morgan, because she got into a little bit of a fight with one of the officers out front, which made me laugh because the officer was kind of being an ass, and she called him out on it, which I love. So, and she ended up back in the police department. She walks past the footage. I mean, she's literally just walking behind them, and she sees something, oh, well, the son and the church is always in, and they're like, how do you know all this? So I love that she just knows like random facts, and that happens throughout the whole episode. And obviously at the end of the episode, she finds the wife, and she kind of figures out what it was, that how everything happened. So I love the way they were able to unravel the case and how she was able to help them solve it. So I think that was great. I love Caitlin Olsen. I think she's a phenomenal actress, and I love how she portrays Morgan. I love the dynamic of her kids. It looks like her son Elliot in the middle school and her infant Chloe, it looks like they have the same father. But her oldest daughter, Ava, who's 15, has a different father. So it looks like when she was an infant, he went out for diapers and just never came back. So Ava's like, give it up, give it a rest, Mom. Dad walked out on us, whatever. Morgan doesn't think so. Morgan's like, no, your dad loved you. He wouldn't do that. Something happened to him. But this was 15 years ago. It seems like Ava, the daughter, she kind of has a chip on her shoulder. And I think that's part of it. Like, if you grow up thinking that your dad didn't care for you and ran out on you, I mean, that's got to be hard, right? Morgan doesn't think so. So when she helps solve the case, the captain basically goes to Morgan and is like, hey, do you want a job? I want you to help consult on murder cases. I want you to help the detective. I want you to be a part of our team, and we'll pay you for it, Obviously, Morgan needs the money. She's the mother of 3 children. We've seen that. I mean, gosh, we all struggle, right? Parent or not parent, we all have rent. We all have to pay our bills and put food on the table. So, Morgan desperately, needs the money and wants to do it. But she tells the captain, I will help you consult on murder cases on one condition. I want you to help me look into a missing person. And she basically tells the captain, he went out to buy diapers. This is what I know, because she's highly intelligent. Obviously, she's looked into it. This is his card. This is the license plate. This is when he left. I want you to, kind of give me that agreement that you're going to help me look into this. And of course, the captain kind of looks at her, and Morgan's like, I know, everybody says that. Like, I just don't believe he was a deadbeat dad and left us. So the captain kind of hesitated and was like, all right, tell me what you know, and I promise you I will look into it for you if you consult. So I'm glad they kind of had that agreement, because like I said, that's kind of a seed that they're planting. So in the background of Morgan and her kids. So they I find like all these new series, they always like to plant little seeds at the beginning of the series to kind of unfold throughout this season or throughout the entire series. So I liked that. They kind of planted that seed early on. Like, look, this is going to be a different crime every week that she's going to help solve. But then there's this little backstory of what happened to Ava's dad. Did he disappear? Did he run out on him? Was he kidnapped? What happened? So the very last scene is the captain coming actually to Morgan's house and says, look, we tracked down the car. It was found just a couple miles from your house in a parking lot. And then there were diapers in the car. And so the captain was like, look, the fact that he left to buy diapers and there were diapers in his car, he purchased them. So that makes you believe he was going to come home to you. You know what I mean? I mean, the captain didn't say that, but the captain was like, look, there might be something to this disappearance that you mentioned, because if he went out to buy diapers and he was going to disappear or leave, then why did he buy the diapers? You know what I mean? If you're going to run out on your family or skip town to Vegas or wherever, you wouldn't have bought the diapers, and he did. They were in the car. That's what was found in the car. So that kind of gives you a little bit of hope that there's something to that. Now, granted, that was 15 years ago. We're probably not going to find him still alive. However, you're still going to hopefully get that closure. I mean, he might still be alive, but we're thinking something happened to him. But at least you know he didn't run out on you and, just go to Vegas or go marry somebody else or just not care about you, since he went out to buy diapers and he had diapers. That lets you believe something happened to him. So I definitely like this series. I think it's going to develop with it. I like the dynamic with Caitlin Olsen's character Morgan and how she interacts with the detective. He's very by the book, straight and narrow, which is Detective Adam Cardiac, and I think he's great. So I really like the dynamic. Like I said, I love Captain Selena Soto. She's played by Judy Reyes. She's great. I love that actress. So I really think it's going to be a great series. I hope you enjoyed my review. Definitely come back to my channel and we can watch the show and then do a review. I will definitely be following the series for the rest of the show for the rest of this series. So until next time, I will talk to you then. Bye.